team with the Eagles, baby. Jalen Hurts at the QB. You know we drafted that wide receiver, baby. And then my running back went to the damn Steelers, man.
So
listen,
but the
real question, over the NFL.
Real question is though, what's up with that shirt though? Like for real talk.
This is a champion shirt, bro. Winning championships is not easy, dude.
Can you take out? Can you cover yourself? I see, like you got your brassiere on. Can you please cover it up?
Brassiere, brassiere.
Can you please cover it up?
I gave you a compliment in your hair that you finally have a legit fro, finally, man. Because before, I don't know what the hell that was, like that paint on. So I don't know what the hell you had now. You got a legit fro now. I gave you a compliment. That's how you come at me now? Yo, I'm rocking this, baby.
I appreciate
everybody to see this.
Bro, whoa. Is this what we're doing now?
Hold on, I ain't know.
We get pulled for YouTube now.
Hey, you know how the cameras reverse, so I couldn't tell which way to pull it. I'm set now.
Man, my man had a wardrobe. My fucking.
Put on a shirt.
Are you recording?
Yes.
Go to this?
Yes.
Oh, don't put that up. Hey, you better edit that out, bro.
You just gotta blur it out, but yeah.
I'm gonna put this white beat on underneath.
This is gonna be the intro. It's gonna say so this happened. And it's gonna be blurred out.
No, dude, no, it's okay, dude. You can just change your whole wardrobe.
Nah, bro. Everybody, America's seeing this today.
Why don't you just?
I'm about to go put me some. I'm about to go pour me a drink. It's celebration time, baby.
Oh, a cognac, cognac whiskey.
Not a drink.
Do all that stuff. So.
Time, baby. That boy got that tequila and pineapple. Cause I'm from the South, the real South, not fucking Memphis like some people on this podcast. They start recording this shit, man. What my boy Kev at?
Yeah, I'm trying to get my camera working. This shit.
Well, why are you so aggressive, dude?
This you, Kev, man. Dealing with Chris ass.
What did I do?
Red's my boy, though. I like Red. Red's my boy.
Hold on, but what did I do?
Brother Kurt.
Reg said you came in a halter top, and I said, Alabama.
He never said halter top.
You want to get that at me for the halter for the Alabama?
See, I said the cutoff. It is a cutoff. I ain't disrespect. Here again. You was out here disrespecting.
There we go.
I ain't had no disrespect.
Very disrespectful. That's Chris, man.
All right, guys. Welcome everyone to another episode of the Warmup here. I'm here with the
Roll Tide.
Welcome everyone to another episode of Warmup. Gonna edit that out, man. I'm here with the guys as per usual. It's me here. Nah, bro, hold on. We're not doing this.
I was like, he gonna do it. I was wondering if he's gonna do it. Come on, man. Tighten up, Chris.
That wasn't even me. I didn't even do that.
I know it wasn't you, but you gotta know what's going on, man. You gotta know your
gotta pay attention to your surroundings.
Yo, hey y'all, look, we got some saboteurs here, man. We got some saboteurs. That's fine. Anyways, I'm here. I'm Mr. Low Tide, and I'm here with Mr. Roll Tide in his nightgown and KRL. Say what's up to the YouTube crowd, guys.
What's up, y'all?
Cool. Hey man, how dare you, Roll Tide? That's ridiculous.
Oh,
the first time you ain't been here in 3, 4, 5 weeks, and then you come back and just. Anyways.
Oh man.
I think you added some weeks onto that. Bro.
Hey man, look, we rounding up, right? You said I should round up. So.
That was for one thing. That was for one thing.
Wait, whole number.
So this is a place where we talk about
just drop all the significant digits.
We talk about sports, current events, and everything else through the lens of Black culture. If this is your first time rocking with us, feel free to like us, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, and comment, tell us what you like, what you don't like, and suggestions too, man. So anything else you guys want to say? How y'all living? That's the first question. How y'all living? Except for Roll Tide.
Good, man.
Kev, you good?
Good, man.
It's me.
Good. I thought you was asking the fans. I didn't know you was asking us.
No. I was asking
the wellness check. We living good, man. We out here.
Okay, man.
On our kingship. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I just want to point out, man, give a shout out to the University of Alabama, man, because we have not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players drafted in the first round, man. Salute.
Man, you've been
Congrats to them.
making me
Congrats
edit
Congrats,
out
man.
a lot of stuff.
Proud of y'all.
Nah. Stop it. Okay.
Nah?
Cool. So, yeah, man. Again, if you like what you see, like it, subscribe. Comment on this guy here, man. This guy over here, man. This guy's just
You're
acting
king in the
fool.
universe right now, baby.
Man.
Come on.
So, all right, let's
Let's get it.
Let's just jump into it before he
That's
just
wise.
throws us all off our game, man. NBA, the final stretch is upon us, man. We have a bunch of teams fighting to either stay in the playoffs and out of the play-in, or just try to make it into the play-in and vie for the spot to be the first opponents against the first seed of each respective conference. Here we have the Grizzlies, Spurs, Warriors, Mavs, Lakers. They're sliding down there. We have the Wizards, who surprisingly starting to step up and win games. Thanks to Mr. Triple Double himself. Hornets, Heat, Pacers, and there's probably gonna be some mix up in the next couple of weeks or whatever that is going to determine who gets to make it out of the play-in on the wrong side and on the right side, and then who are actually going to play in the play-in and get that spot for the 7 and 8 seed. So, with that said, which teams do you guys think is going to provide, of these teams that I said, which team did you think is going to provide the most worry, assuming that they're going to be in that play-in round and make it out? It's me. I'll let you go first.
Woo. So, we talking West Coast. I think for 1 or 2 elimination games, the Warriors are too dynamic. Like, you don't know. You don't know if Steph Curry's just gonna put up 50 that night, shooting from anywhere and knocking it down, and just upset the balance of the whole playoffs. So, in a single elimination game, I'm not trying to see the Warriors. That's the team I think is the number 1 worry team for me.
Okay. Short and sweet, Kat. You got something?
I was about to ask Reggie, how you feel about them moving forward if they do make it into the play-ins in the playoffs? You think they giving that number 1 seed any trouble?
7-game series? No way, no how. Like, I don't think they're making it out of the first round, even especially if they go through the play-in and you have teams that are battle hardened and tested that are in there. I don't see them making it out of the first round in 7 games. It's too much weight for Curry to lift on his own.
Yeah.
And you saw him drop 37 the other night and they still lost. So if that's what's required just to lose, I can't see them winning the 7-game series.
How you feeling about the East Coast?
Ooh, East Coast. Let me see.
Come on.
What were
this
the
is
teams
easy.
again? We got Wizards.
We got Wizards,
Wizards,
Pacers, Heat, and
Pacers,
Hornets.
Yep.
I mean, I think for any team, I would be worried about. I'll be worried about the Wizards in a single game elimination, even though they haven't had a great season. We know what Westbrook can do, and they have had a lot of like upsets on like major teams this season. Heat right now is struggling. They're worrying me. I don't want them to be in the play-ins, but that's also another solid team. They made it to the conference finals last season. And the Bobcats have been playing phenomenal. They had a couple of injuries here and there, but Terry Rozier's been playing at a high level. Hayward, LaMelo's had a pretty breakout rookie season, and he's back, I think, now. So, but I'll say the team to worry for me, I would say, is the Wizards in the single elimination game.
I'm kind of with you on both of those things, maybe for different reasons. But now that I'm looking at the East, actually, I'm still worried about Miami, although they're not doing as well right now. But before going into that, the West Coast, honestly speaking, I still think Warriors is going to be a problem if they on their P's and Q's, if they're actually playing, not making as much mistakes, taking advantage of their fast breaks, getting rebounds, the whole hoopla, patch some of their weaknesses and have their strengths be gleaming that night. They can get some wins. They're scary, in the play-ins. Definitely, you don't want to see them because I think they could win those games one-off. 7-game series, I'm with you. I think it'll be tough, but I still wouldn't want to see them. If they do play the Jazz, we know the Jazz is down. Their main man, D. Mitch, is he coming back? Will he be back for the playoffs?
I don't think so. That was a harsh ankle roll. Like, he couldn't even walk on it. So I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know if he will be back. So they're still holding the fort down so far. I mean, did they lose against Houston? Was it them? I don't know. Somebody lost against Houston tonight, a big team. But you never know, man. With Warriors playing the way they're playing, maybe they could surprise the Jazz. I wouldn't want to be the Jazz seeing the Warriors, seeing Steph Curry the way he's playing right now. And on the East Coast, I was looking at the Wizards too because I just don't want to see Beal, who was just he's a scoring champ. Pretty much he's tied with Curry right now for scoring champ.
Mm-hmm.
And Westbrook, he's just doing Westbrook things, Mr. Triple Double. I don't want to get his energy up, I don't know. I just don't want to put any gas in those guys. So I was looking at the Wizards like they're scary. But my natural inclination before even getting to the Wizards, I was like Heat, because Heat was surprising last year too. I don't think we actually expected them to do that, and they were able to just hone down when they needed to and get these W's. So it was Wizards.
Is having some struggles right now, and the team you were talking about was Bucks. Rockets beat the Bucks tonight.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Bucks has been kind of hit or miss. Either like they'll win good games and then they'll lose some sleepers. I don't understand.
Yeah.
So
they gotta tighten up too. They shouldn't be letting that happen right now. They gotta get their playoff mental ready, but that's a different conversation.
Yeah. All right. Hey man, go ahead. I'll let you.
Now,
say
who you talking to?
Mr.
I was Mr. Tie Dye. Mr. Tie Dye. You go ahead. 30 seconds.
Because we clean like that. Man, I go over everybody else says, man. As far as the West Coast, as far as the play-in, nobody wants to see Steph, man. Steph is raining down threes like nobody's business. And Draymond is at his best talking-ish when the games matter, man. So between Draymond, one of the best trash talkers in the game, and Steph Curry, sweet shooting, man, nobody wants to see him to play in. Now, 7-game series, nah, they're not doing it, man. My pick out of the play-in for a 7-game series is still going to be, I know we talked about this before, I doubt the defense, but I'm going to say the Trailblazers. I think I don't know if they'll make it out the first round as they are now, but I think they can give the Jazz a challenge, man. I think they give the Jazz a real challenge. The record doesn't say that this season. They played the Jazz on April 8th and back in December 23rd. The 8th, it was 122-103 Jazz. December 120-100 Jazz. But we know what Dame could do playoff time, man. It's Dame time. He's gonna get a couple. It's not gonna be a sweep. So that's my pick for the West. As far as the East, it was tough for me. I like the Wizards. Russ, man, Russ ain't no punk. He ain't no chump. He gonna bring it every night. And if Bill can bring his A game in the play-in, they dangerous. 7-game series, nah. I gotta go with the Heat, man. I mean, they made it all the way to the championship. They're missing a key component. I think a lot of people underestimate Jay Crowder's contribution to that team. He's a dog. You want to go to war with Jay Crowder, right?
Man, I'm with you on that.
And I liked how they picked up Oladipo, but he's still injured, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So they got everybody coming back minus Jay. I think they can give the Nets a run for the money. I think they give the Nets a run for the money. So I like the Heat in the 7-game. The play-in tournament though, Russ and Bill, bro, you don't want to see them for like a 1-game series.
All right, man, that was good.
Wow.
You was half.
I don't want to lose.
You was half
before we jump in low tide, I don't want to lose any viewers right here. But big up to Draymond Green one time just because Mr. Road Tide mentioned him.
Hey,
I don't even know why he brought him up. I was just like, so because he could last him, I
trash talk. Oh,
trash talk.
wow.
This is a smart
I know why he brought up the trash
basketball
talk,
but Draymond is a smart basketball. His intelligence far exceeds his athletic ability. That's for sure.
There's a lot of smart men in the NBA, man.
I'm gonna just put it this way: at the end of the game, we want Draymond on the court. So I'm gonna.
Do you want him taking the last shot though?
No, but I want him on the court. I don't want him to be out with fouls or any of that situation. I want him on the court. I need him.
I want the Warriors to be at full health when they make it to the playoffs. Just like I want every team to be as healthy as possible.
True.
So I wouldn't want Draymond to not play.
Yeah.
So that's fair. So
How much did it hurt for you to say that?
I don't hurt him at all because that was just fundamental.
It didn't hurt to say that.
But Kev, I feel like it was tough for him to speak those words and let it come out of his mouth.
No,
he already twisted in his head to be like, I ain't even talking about Draymond. I'm just talking about everybody. Draymond,
You're right.
Yeah.
everybody.
Yes. That was his inner voice.
Yeah.
Goodwill on
Nice
earth,
Draymond.
peace for all mankind.
Exactly.
What do y'all want me to say? What do you want me to say? Like, I don't want him on the court. I do want him on the court.
No.
I mean, when I say I want him on the court, I mean more than just a healthy Draymond with health. I'm talking about crunch time. You need him out there.
I want Draymond to be the best he can be. The best Draymond. If that's the best Draymond we'll ever see, I want to see it.
All right.
That's all. That's all.
I don't know if y'all want to really see the
All right.
best Draymond.
I want to see the best Draymond. I've been waiting for years. So
Wow.
I knew it was coming. I
Wow.
knew it was coming.
Wow.
He couldn't let it slide.
Can I get to my picks? You was half right.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Lotad.
Glow Tide.
Because I'm interested in your picks. Y'all
so-
was coming with some extraness. Let's hear it.
So I'm surprised it's me ain't even hit it. This is his team. The Heat is obviously the clear choice, clear cut winner in this play-in and also first round disruption. Because
You seen any last 10 games? Clear cut?
He watching, so I give him that one.
I
I want to hear about
watching.
this play-in part.
Well, okay, so the play-in part. So this is the thing about all of this, right? And I'm gonna use the same argument that I'm gonna use against the number 1 seed if they or number 2 seed if they play against them. The play-in, for the most part, like you have the Hornets, Pacers, Heat, and the Wizards, right? With the exception of the Pacers, who can sometimes be, they can turn it up a little bit defensively. These other 2 teams, Wizards, they're not really a defensive team. Hornets is not heavily reliant on defense. I'm not saying that they're piss poor, but like they're definitely like, I would feel that they would not be as good as as Heat when it comes to defense. The thing that comes down to it with me with respects to why I picked the Heat is because at the end of the day, if they really want to lock down, they're a very physical team. They really want to lock down, they'll lock down and keep it to a low score and sub 100 point game. And if you can keep it to a sub 100 point game, then you can keep that and keep it close. You have snipers, still have Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson. Like they haven't stopped shooting. Butler is not, he's not 100%, but he's not injured. He's still healthy and playing. And you still have Bam, who's actually exceeding. Apparently, he made the top 25, under 25, above some players, and in some cases, rightfully so. In some cases, like, why? Like, how did he not be better than those players? But it was ESPN. We all know that was a trash list, only because of order. But so, what I would say is, when it comes down to playing in, where you have a person and a coacher, and Pat Riley and Jimmy Butler being able to navigate how they're going to attack and maintain that defensive identity and still keep it close. And when it comes down to crunch time and clutch time, Jimmy is going to probably start being more aggressive, or people are going to hit down those big shots. We've seen them happen before. Last year, it was totally unexpected. That's how they're gonna get out of that, right? They're gonna make it, and they may make it to the 7th seed and stay there, or they may make it to the 8th seed, and to me, it would be more favorable.
What about the 6th?
Huh?
Because what about the 6th seed? I know.
Oh yeah, it's very possible.
Oh well, yeah.
Celtics, they scared. They so like.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. But I thought I saw that the standings, there was a few games between the 6th and 7th spot. That's why they put them in there. I mean, if you
No, right now they're 33 and 30.
Neck and neck.
They're tied.
Neck and neck tied.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Hawks are barely ahead, and then Heat and Celtics are tied now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if it flops in favor of the Heat and they're out of it, great. They don't even have to play it. And if that's the
they
case,
could get out of it.
If that would
Possibly,
if Celtics go down there, that would be the team that
The
I
Celtics
don't
are
see
just
playing.
tanking.
yeah,
Definitely. Most
They have the talent. They just had the game the other night that they won almost 40-point games between Jalen and Tatum.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that would be the single game worry for me. I hear what you're saying about the Heat and locking in defensively.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like that matters less in single elimination. That's why they're my picks in the 7-game series, where strategy and tactics and all that. But if you could just string together a great offensive game, you've already won. Like, defense, I feel like it's important, but in a single elimination, whoever can get there first. It's a sprint.
It is.
It's not a marathon.
It is, but I like when I look at these teams. Pacers, they can get hot pretty fast with Sabonis, and Miles Turner. They can get hot offensively.
Yeah.
These teams, that's the thing. These teams can get hot,
Yeah.
but when things don't fall for them, they don't have a defense that can just be
keep them in the game.
Always,
outside of the Heat.
outside of the Heat, and that's the reason why. Personally, I understand, if you let Westbrook go off for triple double and Bill go for 60 points, you may lose because you're scoring 130 points to beat them. It doesn't. This is not favorable.
So, Chris, this is what I wanted to ask you, man. Out of those two teams you talked about, would you take Westbrook and Bill or Jimmy and Bam? Because I think we can agree Bam's the second best player on the team in the Heat this year.
Jimmy and Bam.
I think Jimmy and Bam.
Jimmy and Bam?
Yeah, only because they're more, I don't want to say traditional, but they are more, they have a broader skill set on both sides of the court. Not just offense. Offensively, if we're just talking about offense and effort, I'll give it to Westbrook all day. And Bill all day.
Effort all day.
Yeah.
But I don't trust Scott Brooks. I don't trust,
Forgot about Brooks.
And you didn't even talk about controlling the pace of the game. Westbrook got one speed.
Exactly.
But no, you brought up a good point. The coach, as far as the playoffs, man, Eric Spoelstra is by far, I'm looking at the list, by far, I would say the best coach in the Eastern Conference. I mean, Nash is rookie.
Doc Rivers.
Buckles for the Doc.
Yeah, Doc Rivers.
Yeah.
But Spoelstra makes adjustments, man. Doc, we're gonna play this way. But Doc, they're killing us. Okay, we're gonna play this way.
And giving up the leads, giving up them three
I don't
one
know
leads.
what that was about.
Yeah. So and again, that they can steal a couple of games. They could probably steal a series. We saw them steal a series against a highly rated offensive team and defensive team in the playoffs last year. Again, nothing's changed. They may even, if they go against the Nets, they may even be able to stop them because they beat them already in this season. So just
no disrespect to the Nets, but you just don't know who's going to show up.
Exactly.
You don't know who's going to show up.
And for the Sixers, if you can limit Embiid to 20 points and just let Ben Simmons take jump shots. I know that sounds very easy, but it's easier said than done. But I think there's a way to get past them. Once you can lock in on them for playoffs. So I think if they steal a couple of games at home, in away or whatever, they steal a couple of games, they could bring it back to Miami. They could just sweep it. I mean, it's possible. Look.
Embiid's gonna be a problem for Miami and the Nets.
Man.
Yeah.
Embiid gonna be a problem. He is determined to be a problem this year.
Exactly.
Yes.
No matter where he stands on the NBA MVP ladder, it doesn't matter. He is determined to be a problem to people this year.
Yeah.
His mission almost.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. We'll see on that. And like I said, I'm more worried if the Heat went up against the Sixers than if I would to see them against the Nets. And that's just based off of how they
I'm
play.
with you. Yeah.
And then on the West, man, look, if the Lakers fall to the play-in spot, I'm about to go with the Lakers. Obviously, right?
Yeah.
LeBron is just raiding into the play-in.
We don't want that.
And then he's gonna come in. He's gonna crush the play-in. And he's gonna crush whoever's number 1, number 2 is. And
he has to reshoot Space Jam. There's some pieces they got to reshoot, so he got to take his time.
Yeah, man.
But once that's done, once Space Jam is,
look, isn't he buying a new ball club, or isn't he buying something?
Yeah, he bought something.
Didn't a soccer club, a football club, or
I think it was a soccer club.
Yeah,
It matters not. My boy's still focused. He's
probably out
there.
there.
No, he's focused.
Probably went to Blaze Pizza to see how they're doing, so but so if it's the Lakers, man, and they fall into it, then definitely Lakers, no doubt. But if it's not the Lakers, look, I'm gonna go with hometown Grizz, bro. Like, sorry, just because.
But as far as the play-in,
just for the play-in. Mm-hmm.
What about the number 1 seed?
Again, Lakers. And then second,
You're saying Lakers, dude. Lakers is number 5 right now. We didn't even talk about Atlanta.
But
and
they
Atlanta's
lost.
number 5
Hold
in the
on.
East.
But they're losing, and they have a really tough schedule to end out the
But if you
season.
look at if you look at the ladder, it's closer between Celtics, Heat, Hawks than the West Coast is right now.
Yeah.
Celtics, Seahawks. Oh, okay.
I'm just bringing that up to say if you're gonna go that far up the ladder, man, like
Yo, we talked about this because, like I said,
we have, but the ladder ain't there yet. So
the
to
ladder's
say,
not there. That's fine, and that's why
like how it looks to you right now.
That's why I do the conditioning there. If they make it, they fall it down there because they slip and they slide.
I'm surprised you picked Memphis for like a single game elimination.
Yeah, I don't see
Memphis?
that.
Yeah,
Hey, it's your opinion. I
Two
feel you. Even I ain't go.
So this is the reason why. Yeah, so this is the reason why I picked them. They've already beat the Spurs multiple times. They beat the Blazers multiple times. They've lost to the Mavs off of a one-legged Luka Doncic
that was
shot.
good. That was insane, man. That was Luka magic.
Yeah, but the thing is that in order for that to happen, Kyle Anderson had to miss 2 free throws on the other side. Like that's the only way that would have worked, right? And then the Warriors, I don't think we played the Warriors. I think we played the Warriors maybe once. But the thing about the Warriors is, unless Curry scores 100 points, he can play really well and they still lose. Like they're losing games that they should be winning, and he's putting up astronomical numbers. And so if that's your only source of reliability as far as like getting points on the board, I think they had like a drought the previous not tonight, but the previous night they had a drought. 7-minute drought or 5-minute drought.
Everybody was off there.
So and again, we know Curry can get off, but even if he does get off, what is everyone else doing? Can everyone else kind of do their part and hold their share? And that would be what I would be worried about more so than anything.
I mean, I can see I think because I picked not in the playoff, but as far as a 7-game series, I picked the Blazers because to me they're a whole team. And the Grizz was my second choice for that because they're a whole team, right? The Spurs, I don't know who their star is. I don't know who their go-to
DeMar
player.
DeRozan.
DeMar clowning, but he don't take threes.
Yeah.
And that show it doesn't play well in the playoffs. Regular season, DeMar's
they got DeJounte?
Yeah. They don't
his
have him
3-point average ain't.
But they just have him as a player. He's a good player though.
But he's been playing. No, not just defense. He's been having a breakout season. I think he's playing well.
Yeah, I always forget his name, but yeah.
Yeah, the Johnson.
They still got Patty Mills too. God never stops.
He never aged, man. I guess out of the West, I'm most shocked that the Pelicans. I'm looking at it now because I thought they were closer, but the Warriors are 14 and a half games behind. Games back. The Pelicans are 17 and a half, man.
They were never really
not close. They're not
They've been
close
losing.
to the 10th seed.
I've been telling you that. Like, they have a skill at losing games. Or I should say, they lack the skill of closing games.
Yeah. Now, I like the way you said it the first time.
I mean, the rest of the first time I was hitting because they've got me upset several times.
Frustrated.
Yeah, they got me really frustrated a couple times, man. Because I'm like, dude, you already had the game. The game was there. And all of a sudden, they just like lose, man. I'm like, I'm over it now. Now I'm just like, they're young, BI. He's right now rated as the most improved player in basketball. So he's on the upward trend. So things will get there is how I feel, So I'm not gonna stress on them this year.
Yeah.
But we gotta remember the Warriors right now. They're still, you mentioned whole teams and non-whole teams. They've been suffering from injuries like most other teams have. Like they haven't had some people there consistently either. Wiseman is one of those guys I think is a major piece who hasn't been there for a while now. Pascal, he hasn't been there for a while. Kelly Oubre, he's out right now, and I think that's the reason he lost that game tonight. And this guy, Jordan Poole, man, he's been like, no fair, give me the ball, I'm going to do it. And I like him. So to your point, Low Tide, if Curry ain't doing it, I think that guy, Jordan Poole, he has the heart in him to the fire to be like, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Like he don't look scared of the situation.
Yeah.
Can he do it? Let's see. But
that's another question.
He has the skills and he has the willingness. So now it's just can he
make it happen?
Make it happen, exactly.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's kind of how I see it. Even then, like once you get into the play-in or once you get into the actual playoffs, the Jazz, because D Mitch is down.
That hurts him, man.
That really.
He was averaging like some crazy numbers, man.
Yeah, and again, I could put the Grizzlies up against them. They could probably take a game or two. Every time they've played since Conley's been over there, they've won one of their 3 games in the past 2 seasons. And again, that's just that was with Conley and a fully healthy Donovan Mitchell. And all the games that they've lost against the Jazz have been close games, single digits. So you can say that, if the ball falls a couple of ways, it could be a shootout or it can be a close game where it's, we can steal one. But
it could be that Kawhi Leonard like 20 bounces on the rim type shot.
it could be. It could be. So
nail biter.
Yeah. So. Any last words on this, guys, before we move on? We got one more topic, man. And we're going to do our own inaugural verses, right? This ain't going to be no R&B artists. Ain't going to be no rappers. We're not rapping, but we're going to put 2 of these stars and see who we going to take out of these 2 stars here. First one we got is Kyrie Irving, right? Got 27 points, 6.5 assists, 5 rebounds, playing immaculately when he shows up on the court. Throws some sage out there to throw some voodoo.
Old news. That's old news. I don't say voodoo. There's negative connotation.
There you go. Yeah.
He's one of the best premier talents in the NBA. Highest offensive talents. Yeah, offensive skill sets. Box office. You want to see this guy with the ball in his hand. You want to see this guy show up every day, because when he shows up, he does show out, right? So we have this guy. He's been a perennial all-star. He's been an Olympic gold medalist. He's been all that stuff. He's been a champion, I guess, if you want to throw it in there. Hit that shot above Curry.
Ooh, this is an intro. That's a lot of praise, eh? It's more than I expected from you.
What are you talking about?
I think that's where he started with him, because I was surprised you even start with him. He's like, let me get this out the way. I'm gonna twist everything you say tonight.
Fake news, no man. I'm just trying to give the light and shine the light where in the proper fashion. I'm Mr. Objective. I keep trying to tell y'all I'm so objective, man.
Go ahead, Chris.
So we have Kyrie on one side. Then we have the other side, Mr. Unanimous MVP, 2-time MVP, NBA MVP, also Olympic medalist. The best shooter arguably in the game in NBA history. Recently passed Wilt Chamberlain on the scoring list in Golden State. Had the most threes ever in NBA history in 1 month. Just dropped 57 points this season, carrying a very injured Golden State Warriors to a respectable, play-in situation, hanging on by mere threads. But he's doing it by himself. Got Steph Curry. We got these 2 very capable perennial all-stars, both future Hall of Famers. If you was to pick one of these 2, I don't know how to help with that.
He can't help you, man. You better figure this out on your own. He trying to get AI help right now. He's like, man, Google.
Man, shut up, Google. Come in when I tell you to. No. So, of these 2, who are you taking? We can. I don't know if y'all want to do this in a particular place, like a 5-on-5. We can do a pickup. We can do just build your team around them. How y'all want to do it? I'll let y'all pick the stage.
Who want to go first?
Now,
this is a hard decision.
I don't know what the setup is.
Who's it easy for? Who's it easy for?
I don't know what the setup is, but I'm gonna go ahead and say this, man. With Steph Curry, I know where his heart's at. You can keep him away from the court. I don't care. We've seen him be injured, and he's ready to go back and play. His mind's in the game. He wants it. He's there. Best shooter ever. He's sung his praises. Man's the beast. But I'm gonna have to go with Kyrie Irving. I like the skill set. I like the handles. I like the court vision. I like what he can do with it. Like you said, he won. He's also a champion, not as many as Steph, but a major contributor to that Cleveland Cavaliers team. We seen some. What you've been up to lately with the Celtics situation. But whatever it is, they got it clicking right now in the Brooklyn Nets when he's on the court and his mind's focused in the game. I have to go with him. Whether it's 1-on-1, pick up, 5-on-5, I just feel like it's more of easier for him to maintain a consistent level of play. I know Steph's doing it right now with less, but sometimes them threes ain't gonna come down, and I feel like Kyrie has the skill set to be effective in more situations, more versatile. So that's my pick.
I gotta second that, man. I agree with everything you just said because I feel the same way. The reason it was tricky for me because I'm like, man, of all the things you said about Curry, the dude is a phenom. The way he shoots, the way he gets open to even shoot, like you already know he's gonna shoot the three, and they still can't stop him sometimes. They get successful every now and again, but man, even when they are successful, it sometimes don't even matter. Hands could be in his face. The half a second in which he's able to get the ball in his hand and out to the rim is ridiculous.
That release.
So, yeah, it's just that just had me going back and forth. But when you first posed this question, though, Tide, I was with Kyrie on this because of that versatility. I feel like he's able to contribute to the game offensively in many different ways. I think Curry has it in him too, but I don't know. I haven't been seeing it much this year. I haven't seen much of the floaters. I haven't seen much of the drives. He's been driving here again, but mostly it's not as much as I would like to see. With Irving, I'm seeing 3-pointers. I'm seeing it all over the place, everywhere and anywhere. And I like how he's playing right now. I'm not really for the off-court stuff that's going on with him. So as far as what I'm seeing on the court right now, I'm gonna have to go with Kyrie.
Time. You got
Take us
something?
home.
Let me bring my mic closer, man, because I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed
I know.
It's me and Kev Ariel, man. I really didn't think you guys were gonna swing that way, man. So first of all, this is coming from my heart because I did prep for Kyrie and Iverson, but coming from my heart, I'm thinking about who can do the most with what they have, man. And I feel like you guys are sleeping on 2015 Steph Curry. I feel like you guys forgot how special Curry is, and he's reminding everybody this season. The best player on that championship Warriors team, the second best player, was Klay Thompson. Phenomenal shooter. Kyrie, first time he went to the championship game, who was the best player on that team?
So he was injured, but it's definitely LeBron. Like
LeBron, even when he wasn't injured, it was LeBron was the first. Kyrie was the second. There's nobody on the face of this earth that would tell you in 2015 that Steph was the second best player. And it's not like that Warriors team was loaded. They weren't.
You talking about the first championship Warriors team?
The 2015 Warriors, the first championship.
Who won the Finals MVP?
Remind
That
them.
means
That does
nothing
not
in the
undermine-
context of what he's talking about.
When did Kyrie win the Finals MVP?
Ooh.
I didn't say either one did.
No,
I'm just
he was
saying
That's my counter. You're right.
There other people there.
because there was a
Iguodala.
long narrative of Steph Curry don't really show up in the playoffs.
But Steph Curry got them to the championship game, man.
Oh yeah, hands down.
Yeah,
100%.
hands
I
down.
agree with you.
Now, that 5-on-5, give me Steph, because people leave their teams to come and play with Steph, right? We ain't calling no names. People leave their teams to come and play with Steph, right? Now the same
Wow.
person left to go play with Kyrie. All right, even out there, right? But Steph don't have to go
That's
nowhere.
not the
to get
same
you.
thing, though. Yeah, you say Steph, but I think
Yeah.
it was the team, though. But let's
Yeah.
leave that for it. I think
Yeah.
Kyrie was a specific individual, and I think Warriors was a team decision. Kind of like, I'm gonna go with
Fair.
this team.
Fair,
I'm gonna
fair
go with this
argument.
player.
Fair argument. But I feel like Steph could fit in any system. 5-on-5, give me Steph. Because you know what? He can play on ball. He can play off ball. He can dish. He can take the focus of the defense so everybody else can play better. 1-on-1, if you're talking about that, nobody can compete with Kyrie's skill set. Nobody. He puts you on ice, man. He puts you on skates. He makes you look silly. 1-on-1. It's like watching a magician, man. I love seeing him play. But 5-on-5, give me Steph, man, because I feel like he can play more team ball, man. LeBron had to change the way he played in Cleveland to play with Kyrie. Keep that in mind. That's all I got to say about that matter, man. Let me cock my crown the other way, man. Steph, Steph. Let's go.
Go ahead, Low Tide.
All right, man.
Let's hear
I understand.
Because I'm not sitting up here gonna argue that much against Steph.
Yeah.
I'm so mad at y'all. I'm disappointed in everyone. I'm so disappointed. Y'all made me agree with the one person who I didn't want to agree with. The dude. Oh, this hurts my soul. Steph Curry has basically changed the way basketball is played in the NBA.
True.
Steph Curry right now has the same stats with boo-boo. Let me not say boo-boo. With lower quality players than his unanimous 2015 season. He's averaging 31 points, like 6 assists. He's like 47 or 41% 3-point. I can't remember exactly.
Somewhere right there, yeah.
The dude is doing this with the whole focal point of the defense scheme to get the ball out of his hands. He is getting. I will actually argue that he is getting inside. He is doing the floaters. He is getting the layups because they're overplaying him. Like they don't want him to shoot the threes. They're giving him the lane. I guess that's a smart thing.
He just ain't letting it go.
Yeah.
Just ain't letting it go, man.
Yeah. And his demeanor is not disruptive. He doesn't demand the ball to be effective. He doesn't. He is also effective with the ball. The only slight that I ever had with Curry was the fact that he is a little turnover prone. Yeah. Gets a little shifty. Ball goes that way. He forgot to put a string on it. Like that's it. Assist. He can still do the assist. He can still orchestrate the team as a point guard.
Okay.
The reason that I picked Curry over Kyrie because Kyrie, as an individual skill set, is probably better than Curry, because yes, if the ball is in his hand, you don't know what you can't play him any kind of way because of the fact that he can go left, he can go right, he got Allen Iverson level handles. He probably has like the best handles I've ever seen any NBA player ever have, and I'm talking about like the Tim Hardaway crossover, the Rod Strickland crossover. I'm talking about the Allen Iverson. I'm talking about all of these people. Stephen Marbury, like Jamal Crawford.
He can split the defense. He can just attack. He can attack in so many different ways.
Yeah, and he he has the I don't know how to do. Has professional billiard style angles when it comes to like hitting it off the bank. Like I know Kyrie is probably I would just say probably. He definitely is. He's a very special basketball player, future Hall of Famer as well. Isn't afraid to shy away from competition. He does want to be the best. He wants to show people he's the best. The issue I have with Kyrie, and this is the reason why I go to lean to Curry, is look at the results. Before LeBron, he couldn't win more than 20-something games, 25 games. Fine, right? You're a rookie. You're learning the ropes. You learned the ropes from LeBron, or supposed to, or had the opportunity to. And every team after after LeBron that he went to, his presence has not elevated the team around him. And even
That's
his
true. We don't have that reference for Curry though.
We don't. We do not. We do not.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you want to count the All-Star games, but that's fine. Like I said, I don't do that.
Nah, we don't
right?
have that. But you're right though. I just put that.
Yeah,
in there.
you're
we
right.
Don't have that reference.
Yeah. I want to say the inaugural, like his first Nets game. I remember him scoring like 50-something points, 52 points in a loss. So he scored all those points, and the team still lost. And I remember one game that he won early in the season where he had like kind of like the and one style, kind of like roll on the ground. And he picked it up and he shot it at the free throw line and it went in and banked. I think it was overtime or maybe it wasn't. But he won the game. Again, look, if I'm gonna put my money on on a ticket to watch somebody, it would be Kyrie Irving because I know he's gonna give a show. But if I want to build a team, whether it's pickup, 2-on-2, 3-on-3, 4-on-4, 5-on-5, 6-on-6, Space Jam.
Gotcha.
I'm picking Steph Curry because
Yeah. I hear you.
There's no takeaway from anything you say because everything you said, I think is on point. I mean, I don't really see any flaws in what you were saying, honestly speaking. But
the only flaw was that. Hold on. The only flaw was that I had to agree with the other guy.
I mean, for the record, everything he said, I said it first. I mean,
you didn't say any. No. I said it better.
Yeah. I said most.
I said it better.
No,
yeah, I mean,
you made it a hot line. I made it a hot song.
I think
Hey man, big tie, little tie. Y'all need to relax.
Yeah, y'all opposite side. Y'all yin and yang right now. Actually, look at y'all. I told you these guys have a connection. Y'all think it's a joke, but anyway, I was just going to point to the fact that you talked about the teams and the results. Definitely, we should always look at results, but let's do understand that we've talked about this in the other game where it's like, is the ring is the chip overvalued? Mm-hmm. Understand, to get a ring, it takes W's. Mm-hmm. So it takes results. Mm-hmm. So in that episode, we were trying to harp on the fact that, yeah, results matter. Results are great. Yes, ring is great. It shows you results. But that doesn't mean there aren't great players who haven't achieved that as well. Oh, yes. So going back to the specific point about look at the results, I don't want to do that with these two right now because they just have totally different careers. Like, he had a trash start in Cleveland, and I feel like Curry had a very good system where they've grown players, not just Curry. Mm-hmm. Many players have been grown, so that system seems very sound. Mm-hmm. I don't know if Curry had that similar system to mature in. Mm-hmm. And it's just hard to compare apples to apples with those results, like Charles Barkley and Carmelo. Mm-hmm. It's hard to say these guys aren't as great because they didn't have the results as other great players. Mm-hmm. So when it gets to the result area, for this particular matchup versus, I would want to just look at their skill sets and what me as a coach could potentially do with that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And can I shape you?
I like your point with you as a coach, because while you were talking, I was thinking about the fact that, of course, we're not in the locker room. We don't know the pro players. We just know what the media tells us. And the narrative from Curry is that he brings joy to the game. He brings joy to other players. I mean, he's out there. It's like he's having fun. Like, to Chris's point, this dude will do some stuff, boop, boop, boop. The ball ends up in the stands. Like, oh, shoot, I ain't mean to do that. Pass it to you. My bad. Yeah. But it's hard to get mad at Curry, man. Now, people have come out and spoken up for Kyrie. But the media, right or wrong, has cast him as not a positive influence in the locker room, right? Cleveland cast is hard to work with. After they won the chip, he didn't speak to anybody. We don't know what he was going. Boston, he's out there with the fans. I'm going to resign. I'm going to stay for Boston forever, to Danny Ainge. Now, Danny Ainge is someone who also traded away Isaiah Thomas when Isaiah played his heart out and left his soul on the Leprechaun floor. So that's another thing.
After his sister died, too.
After his sister died.
Yeah, man.
So Danny Ainge is, but Boston told, Kyrie told the fans he's going to be there. And they played better without Kyrie, who was injured, than they did with him. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The Nets we're still assessing. We can't make a determination yet. Mm-hmm. So off of that, as a coach, I would want someone who's going to, I assume is going to elevate my team and bring joy to the locker room. Someone who
that's a really good point.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah,
I just think playoffs, with the schemes and everything, and we've seen it when the defense does frustrate your game plan or your flow or your chi, whatever you want to call it. We've seen Curry get disrupted, and I just think it's a little bit harder to disrupt, like we talked about Kyrie. Like,
true.
His bag is a little bit deeper. His bag of tricks of things he can go to. So I don't see him being stopped. Like, as an offensive player, I just don't see him being stopped. Period.
Yeah, I mean, look, these are two really, really, really good players. Like,
really good, exceptional,
like generational talent. Like, There's no wrong answer. But again, like I said, I think when you start to take two really great players like the Charles Barkley,
Shaq.
and the Shaq, right? So you take Charles Barkley and Shaq. They're both great players. They're both top 50 NBA players. But again, when you break it down, it's okay. Which person made their team better? Which person made their team elevate to another level? And some people will actually say Shaq did. The way that he did
it in Miami, did it in Lakers,
and the way
did it in Orlando.
The way he did a lot, and the way that he did it is not going to be the same as the way that like Jordan did it. The way Jordan did it was very, I guess it could either build you or break you. Maybe he'll break you to build you, but either way, there's some breaking going on in there. There's
somebody's getting
furniture
broken.
Moving.
Somebody's getting broken.
Yeah. And I know with Shaq would say things just to get under people's skin, or do little things to make a person feel. Kobe was the same way. I think that's why they clash a lot, because they would try to do it to each other. It's like, nah, like you forgot who I am. I'm the big man. No, I'm the big man. Like it was this like ego struggle of whose team it was. Which is why they had to separate. But I think that's what separates great players from like Hall of Fame level players, or players who are able to take that next step to the upper echelon of Hall of Fame players. So I think with Steph Curry, he's kind of quiet. He's not very verbose on the court when it comes to like getting into people's faces. He doesn't come off as a confrontational person, but I think his spirit and energy is always positive. And I think a lot of that allows for players to take their time, come into their own. He gives them the space to grow, and he's going to work on them on all those fronts. Kyrie, I think, is more like Kyrie goes by the beat of his own drum. So either you rocking with the rhythm, or you out here looking like you dance on the ones and threes. Like no one wants to.
That's a bold statement, man. I don't know if we really do that right now. I think that's the narrative on Kyrie, but I don't think that's the story. Because everything I hear from this man sounds like it sounds more down to earth than what's being said about him. But we could leave it there because none of us have the deep insight.
This is our speculation. But
story's still developing.
Yeah. I just haven't seen it yet. I mean, we've seen it with Steph, or maybe we've heard it through Steph. We just haven't. Maybe the absence of that information.
Heard it. That's what I'm saying. We heard it. Like, we haven't been in Steph's locker room. And yes, we've seen Steph be positive on the court too. But again, we almost don't hear anything from the court. So it's like a lot of it is just vibe and narrative. And the vibe and narrative around Kyrie isn't that positive. Yeah. So I think it's easy to have that look on him as well. But so far, since that initial hiccup, which I don't think was a negative thing on the team, it was something going on. Since then, I haven't seen anything or heard anything since.
He had that 1 or 2 games off after that, but
he takes games off and stuff. It's fine, whatever.
See, man, I love it when Bearded Kev drops that knowledge, man. He always keeps us grounded, man. I love that stuff, man. He's just right. Keep Chris in his damn place, man.
I'm not the one wearing. You know what?
White tee.
I'm not one wearing the crown.
Chris Noriat. I think Chris Noriat going out of place. I think. He's just okay with it. I think we all do it a little bit. He's just okay with it.
Oh man. All right, man. Anything last words on the Kyrie Curry debate, man? I think it's a tie. I'm gonna go ahead and break the tie. Curry. Sorry, guys.
At the end of the day, man, it's a tough one, like I said. And I looked at their stats, which I don't think matters usually because they're so close. And I just wanted to see for myself that they're that close. And looking at the line, they are like just almost identical, man. Like you could just swap one out for the other, stat line wise, and it wouldn't change. But yeah, so you gotta look at them as a player. And you guys brought up some good points. So let's see how it plays out, man. Let's see if Kyrie's already shown himself. Let's see what Kyrie got for us. But
cool.
What you said about the past, I agree with you on all that. Yeah, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I think Kyrie's miscast as a point guard because of his height, man. Kyrie, like, imagine him as a shooting guard. I know we're doing this positionless basketball, but traditionally the shooting guard your goal is to get buckets, Kobe Bryant style. And so I think Kyrie is more in the mode of Kobe, where he just gets buckets, man. He knows how, dude, you're not gonna stop him getting the goal. I think if he was a little taller, or in the system like he had in Cleveland, I think that's the best system for him. LeBron's like, yo, you can get buckets. I'll play point. I'm gonna let you go. He was a tear, you know. So
Yeah.
That's gonna happen again though, because that's what's happening with him and Harden. He
True.
already gave that up.
Harden bringing it up. Yeah.
That's true.
So that's what's gonna happen. I think once it get back on
Once
the court,
everyone
because
comes
it's still
back.
number one. Because this still number one. Like we still forget now. We talked
And
about
they never
results, but
they never had all the pieces of Voltron.
Never
and they
had
still
all the
number one.
like
That's crazy.
number 10 seed, number 1 seed. That's we're talking about players on these different spectrums. I'm just putting it out there.
Steph was number one when he had KD too. Now, KD's a difference maker.
Yeah, not for what Nets are doing this year. No.
Take KD off the Nets.
He just hasn't been playing. That's all. Most of those
KD
W's
hasn't
are
been
attributed to
playing,
KD. He just hasn't been on the court. I would have given you it. He just hasn't been on the court now.
Yeah.
It's like this dude hasn't been there. Well, let's see, man.
Yeah, I hope KD can get healthy, man. I know he gets
Me
a lot
too.
of trash in the Twitter world, man. But a healthy KD in the playoffs, bro.
Jeez.
Scary.
Yeah. All right, man. We'll leave it there, man. Great talk. Let's go ahead and wrap it up. I'll let Kev. No, man. I'll let Kev go on last because he always has some words of wisdom. So go ahead and pull up your
No words of wisdom. Right
book
now.
of
See,
book
you
of
put me on the
poetic
spot? It went
haikus. Be out here. It's me, man. I'll let you go first.
Hey man, thanks for rocking with us, y'all. Appreciate everybody sticking with us. Like, subscribe, comment, let us know what you think. Y'all got Kyrie, you got Curry. Who do you not want to see your team play in the play-ins? Who do you think out of the people who are in the play-ins could be the most successful? You know, conversate with us. And then with that, I'll just hand it over to the king over here, Mr. Roll Tide.
Hey man, it's always a pleasure. It's me, Kev RL. It's always a pleasure doing this pod with you guys. And then with that, I'm gonna pass it over to Kev.
Thank you, sir. The king, short and sweet. I'm short and sweet tonight too, man. Chris put me on the spot, so everything went blank. So, thanks for rocking with us.
It's tough that way, man.
That's what happens, man. Like, I be having to tell my own daughter sometimes. She be like, I do something, she like it, do it again. I'm like, nah, I can't do it again. That was free flowing right there. I can't repeat that. I'm sorry.
The art of life and creation.
Yeah, right. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all rocking with us as usual. Comment, like, subscribe. Let us know what's going on, because it's coming to that point right now. Really want to know what you think about the play-ins. Do you like it? Should the NBA keep it? Should they not keep it? And who you think will make some trouble in for that number 1 and number 2 seed? Let us know.
Cool.
Low Tide.
Awesome, man. And this is Low Tide. I appreciate everyone
This is the part
rocking
where the
with
bench
us.
comes into play after a blowout game.
Wow. Disrespect.
Toilet bowl tide, man. I'm gonna need you to chill. I'm gonna need you to chill. You know what I'm saying? Look, we allowed you on this episode because you know what I'm saying we couldn't find nobody else, to be honest with you. So I'm gonna need you to
Bobby gonna go solo and be the king of R&B?
King of stage.
Oh man.
I'm gonna need you to be humble, man. That's all. Like, we even let you come in with the costume on. So
Hey, it's my prerogative. It's my prerogative.
Okay. You're a legend? You just saying you're a legend?
Hey man, I'm just saying.
Oh, okay. But anyways, man, thank you guys for rocking with us. If you like what you see, like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend and tell a friend. Again, shout out to the music credits of Tre Flo Productions. He's given us the ability to use his music for background. So check him out. The links are in the description box below. We got some things. Again, I'm trying to get some Facebook up and running so that people can navigate to one place and banter amongst each other, talk about who's right, who's wrong, make fun of this old tired guy here. Yeah, man, just try to keep things moving forward, man. Again, just trying to do things and give out some good energy. Shout out to King Jin. He's been the most consistent commenter, so he commented on the last video. So we will get back to you, man. other than that, man, I think that's pretty much it, man. I appreciate you guys rocking with us. I appreciate you guys for showing up, man. I'll see y'all on the flip side, man. Until then, man, later, man. Peace.
Peace.